Joining me now in the studio with more on the early elections in Israel and how American-Israel ties might affect that election is attorney Ariel Bulstein, the head of the Public Diplomacy Project with the Euro-Asia Jewish Congress and a political commentator at Israel Hayom. Ariel, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
All right, so first of all, do you think the United States is really going to put itself in any way into the Israeli campaign?
That's a good question. If we remember the past, we remember that 4 years ago, Donald Trump, as a private businessman and a showman, endorsed publicly Benjamin Netanyahu, and I remember the video with this endorsement that was very viral and very popular on the Israeli internet. However, times change, and of course today he is the president of the United States. Maybe will be more hesitant to interfere. However, I think that the Israeli public is very intelligent. Its decision is made, first of all, regarding the preference of Israeli voters regarding the future of our country. And of course, first question is the security. The majority, as we know, supports the right-wing camp because they understand that the way of going back and moving settlements and giving the territory to terrorists is not a good path.
So you don't think that the Trump administration or the White House would have any problem coming out and publicly supporting a candidate during the election?
That definitely can happen. However, that will be only the strengthening of the current strong position of the Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Sure.
Because knowing that international leaders like President Trump consider him as a very important figure is, of course, another interesting point for Israeli voter.
Okay, so now I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but the V-15 campaign, which we found years ago during the last election, was funded by American tax dollars through the Obama administration. It was actually against Netanyahu. Do you think that that campaign may have even potentially emboldened future presidents to take sides?
Not necessarily. I think that the bond between Prime Minister Netanyahu and the US President Donald Trump is very strong, not because of the fact that 4 years ago another American president tried to impose somebody else, just because their worldview and of course the view of the Middle East is very similar. They understand that the challenges to the United States and to Israel are quite similar. And of course, both of them hugely respect each other, which is very important in the international politics.
And you don't think that, say, if a left-wing government were to take hold in April, you don't think that how would the relations change really with the United States?
Of course, when two different leaders view the situation in a very similar way, it's much easier for them to act together. If, for example, we remember the 8 bad years of Obama administration when Prime Minister Netanyahu had a very tough time in order to try to work and cooperate with Obama. It was very hard work. Today it's much easier. And of course, I am pretty sure that Donald Trump prefers that Netanyahu stays in power in Israel. By the way, this is not only Donald Trump.
Sure.
President Putin, president of Russia, was cited as telling that Netanyahu is the most intelligent and impressive leader that he met. So this is not only the U.S. president.
So we have a lot. All right, well then we have a lot to look out for then between now and elections. Ariel, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.